I am going to freestyle it a little bit more than usual, and not sure which one I want to go over. Maybe I guess let's just go with Oscillator Mode Sine. So I have an initialized mod 7, and I'm going to go in and initialize it. Going into my amp, creating that organ style envelope, staying all the way up, break all the way up, release down. Oscillator 1, take off the envelope to that. There we have it. And let me go to the patch panel. Not hearing anything, which means that you're not hearing me. Oh, because I have it on Wave Shipper. Okay, let's switch it to Sine. There we go. Okay. So this is the most basic way that we can set up an oscillator. So the most basic oscillator mode, just a sine wave running through a low-pass filter. It's running through a low-pass filter because that sine wave can be FM'd, because obviously if it were just a single harmonic by itself, then I guess we can call it partial by itself, then there would be little to no point. The low-pass filter would literally just act as like a volume knob. But anyway, let's check it out. So let's go into VPM Oscillator 2, take off an envelope, and go into the patch panel and patch Oscillator 2 into Oscillator 1. And so now the input level is controlling the amount of FM, except we're on Oscillator 2 right now, so let's switch to Oscillator 1, and here we go. And this FM is actually a little bit different from the way FM sounds in AL1. AL1 kind of has more of a cross modulation sound to it. This has more of like a clean VPM sound to it. So if we look at this diagram here, all the diagrams are really helpful, except for the ring modulator one has the diagram a little bit messed up. But yeah, we'll just worry about that in that other video. I'll put my chronos on the screen. Okay, so we have input 1 and 2 are summed, so they can both FM this sine wave, which of course means that we can take another output and put it in, and now we have two sources that are FMing this sine wave. So if we turn up one, they'll sound the exact same. So if I turn up this one, this one is actually brighter because we didn't take the envelope off of the output, which meant that VPM Oscillator 2 would have been a little bit louder, and it's kind of like the loudness is the intensity of the amount of FM that's going on. So anyway, now they'll sound the exact same. Cool. So of course we could mix and match amounts, which is no different. Like if this is on 50-50, then that's no different than one of them being on 100. At least it shouldn't be like that in theory. In fact, let's test it out. So go into my patch panel, go with oscillator 4 into the output, oscillator 5 FM, and then go to the amp and mixer, and then go to the output mixer and phase flip it. And we forgot to take off the envelopes of 4 and 5. Okay, so I obviously messed up somehow. Let's see what is different. So we have these on 50-50, we have 1 on 100. Okay, so of course volume is on an exponential curve. It's not like a linear curve where 50 will be exactly half. Without getting into the particularities of the maths involved, I should still actually be able to get the same sound. Well, actually, it might not land in the same place in the curve, but let's toy with it and see if we can get the same sound. So let's go to the output And yeah, let's keep this on phase inverted. And I want to go to my patch panel. Let me turn off oscillator 4 for now. 2, 3, 4. So we're just listening to oscillator 1. And let me flip them. Now just listening to oscillator 4, which sounds a lot brighter. So let's try to brighten up oscillator 1. That's weird. It's showing the wrong level here. Oscillator 4, go to oscillator. There we go. It sounds like it is kind of canceling there. And actually, just to make 100% sure, let's see if this completely cancel if we're at the exact same settings. No, it doesn't. That's super weird. So all the oscillators should be starting on key sync. And we have the envelopes off for all of them except 6, but we're not using that one. And let's go to the patch panel. Let's disconnect this. And then let's put, just to make 100% sure, let's put the exact same settings. So now we have a sine wave getting FM'd by a sine wave. Both of the phases are starting on key on, and then that's going to be the output. In this one we have a sine wave, well, FMing a sine wave going to the output. That mathematically should literally be the exact same thing. So when we phase invert it, we're not hearing a cancellation, but that's because I have oscillator 4 off. Okay, so now it will be a phase cancellation. Exactly, okay. Okay, great. So let's see. Going back to the patch panel, let's put oscillator 3 back in here, and then let's lower this back down to 50. And let's put this on 50 as well, and see if we can match the brightness. So we're hearing both oscillators at the same time. And I think I forgot to phase flip it in the output. Yep, because I knew that should have been canceling out. So again, another attempt. Put this back at 50, put this back up at 50. Oh! So 87 and 50 is giving us about the same volume, or about the same timbre and volume as a 100% modulation. So you can see how this is like a graduated curve. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this. I guess I could go over the ring modulation. I like to keep the videos at around 10 minutes. Yeah, I'll just save it for the next video because we're already at 8 minutes and some odd seconds. So, yep. Thank you for sitting through me kind of fumbling around with this, and I'll see you on the next one.